I'm a little bit salty today. How about you? What do you get salty about? We're going to talk about getting salty. Do you ever get salty? Or is it just me? I know it can't be just me. And then we'll talk about what we can do to keep our saltiness from ruining our day. I don't get salty about bad drivers when I'm the one being a bad driver, just when other people do it. Oh, that makes me a little salty. But I'm gonna make sure it doesn't ruin my day. And here goes the guy. Oh, moron, what are you doing? Gosh. Good thing that guy's a good driver. Because that car just pulled out in front of them in the middle lane. Here goes another one. He's gonna get in the middle. Oh. Some people just be bad drivers, that's all. But not us. Some drivers are just a bad accident looking for a place to happen. Hey y'all, it's me again. Just Coco. Just Coco. So I'm here to talk about what I'm salty about. You know, because I gotta be salty sometimes too. Everybody gets a little salty every now and then. So my thing is, come closer. Come closer. I'm salty about other people's flatulence. Oh my gosh! Why do they keep doing that? Oh my gosh, especially, you know, when you're out in public or something. Oh, they should just stop doing that. Especially if it's like really loud or really smelly. Or you think somebody died because it smells so bad. Oh. Yes, I know. Sometimes it's an accident. It just happens sometimes. But we're just gonna have to get those people to stop. Not us, just those other people. So, I once had an attorney who did it, and I got a new attorney after that. Hey, I'm thinking about cutting some things in here. What do you think? Would that be a little courage? Nice on my little forehead. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Y'all stop doing that. It's bad. We don't need your flatulence around our lives. Oh, and Cece wants me to tell you what I do or what I plan to do to avoid this circumstance with other people's flatulence. Okay. Let me think. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to stay in the house. And maybe I'll say, who's farting? I don't know. Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? Y'all tell me down in the comments. I'm gonna read them comments. Tell me, what do you do when you're encountering other people's flatulence? What do you do so you don't stay salty the whole day? Tell us in the comments, okay? Alright. Love y'all. So this is a big one. The major thing I'm salty about is scams and ripoffs. Mainly scams. You know, there are so many scams these days. It's like people are making a career out of scamming other people. I lost over $1,000 when I went to a festival in March, and I called up to make a reservation, and long story short, I ended up losing over $1,000, and they wouldn't return my money. It turns out that it was actually, I asked the person who answered the phone, are you actually at the hotel? You work directly for the hotel? Because that's what I wanted. I didn't want some other service making my reservation for me. They said, yes, I'm right here at the hotel. It was a 4-star hotel, which was really nice. The staff were all fabulous, but I ended up paying $2,500 for, well, I stayed 5 nights, but it shouldn't have been that much, especially when there was a group rate that I asked for but didn't get. So, gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future about that. I think I will do the online thing and make sure that it's actually the hotel that I'm making my reservations online with. Then there's these scams that I think we all get. The ones where it says it's the post office trying to deliver you a package, but the address is not correct. They want you to call them or click on the button or whatever. They're going to ask for money. The post office won't do that. And also, along that same vein, the jail scam. Did you see my short about the jail scam? I got a call, but here it is right here. Here it is. I got a phone call from a gentleman who said he was a sheriff's deputy with my local sheriff's office. He said, there's a person you know who's in here in the jail, and he said the name, and he said, do you know that person? I said, yes. He said, are you related to that person? I said, yes. So he said, well, they're in jail because they got a DUI, and somebody else has paid the bond, but they still have a fine. They need to pay this fine. So we're calling everybody, seeing if maybe you could help out with paying this fine. I said, well, why didn't the person who paid the bond go ahead and pay the fine too? And he said, oh, because they didn't have $800. And I said, you know what? That person in the jail there, they're evil. Just evil. And he said, well, thank you, ma'am. And he hung up. That's a scam. When people call you like that, saying they're deputies or officers from the jail, they're lying. And then there's the toll scam. Do you ever get a text message or an email saying, oh, you went through this toll the other day and you didn't pay, so you need to pay for this toll? I got one of those. Well, I was out of town, saying that I went through a nearby toll, and I hadn't. I wasn't even in there. My car was parked at the airport, and I couldn't have possibly done that. So, but if I had been driving around and go, no, they send you a invoice, and that's, okay, you might not call that a scam, but when I go over a particular bridge, there's only one in the area that I would even go over. They will send you a invoice, a couple of weeks later, and they charge you $2 for the toll and then $30 for their fee to process your payment. So that's $5 for a $2 toll, which, at least you get across the bridge. And there are a lot of variations on the Nigerian prince scam. That one has been around forever, since they used to send actual snail mail letters to your mailbox saying, I'm a Nigerian prince and I have all this money for me, but can you help me get it? Blah, blah, blah. They don't know you. And they're not a Nigerian prince. Also, a lot of courses or classes or other information that you're expected to pay for. Sometimes you never get the course, or it's garbage. You know, you can't trust those. And also, ordering online where you just click a button, that's rough. Now, I think most YouTubers who are, those are legit. The YouTubers who are telling you about an outfit or a thing you could buy that was great in their house or great clothing or whatever, those usually are okay, but it's hard to tell. I'm just giving up on ordering things online. Oh, I have to show you this. So I got this in the mail. I had ordered something, and you see it says "We care," blah blah blah, and it says call call the people you ordered this from. Oh, by the way, it says it's damaged. We're sorry, we care, it got damaged. And so this is what it looks like. It's all torn apart. This is the package that it came in. Torn apart like that. And so they took it, what was left of it, and put it inside this bag at the post office. So of course I called the company I ordered from, and while I was doing that, while I was looking up the phone number, there were people on there who said, "This is a scam." I don't know, apparently they put the package in the mail and there's nothing in it. And then it gets caught in the machinery at the post office. I don't know. But yes, another scam, and that was probably close to $100. And I'm not one of those gullible people. So, love it. Completely empty package. So, of course, there are dating scams and all those that you can't trust. Brad Pitt is not going to text you and ask for money. Neither is George Clooney or whoever that is. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is not order things online unless I know it's legit. And that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. I've ordered clothing that just goes directly into the Goodwill bin so I can go donate it. I'm gonna stop ordering clothing online unless I'm positive that it's a legit company. And I get emails and text messages all the time from companies who seem to be legit, but I'm not ordering from them. Here's someone here that might interest you. And here we have Zac Rios. He does a lot of very informative videos helping you to hold on to your money. He has a lot of good information, and if you need to know more, here's his channel, Zac Rios. And this is Zac's other channel, Zac V2. So there are just an inordinate amount of scams, and we just have to be really diligent and skeptical. We just need to be super skeptical. So what is it that you're salty about? I know, even the queens get salty. So tell us in the comments, what are you salty about? Hey, leave us a comment if you have gotten scammed or if you haven't, or things that make you salty. We get salty, but we don't let it ruin our day. We don't let it ruin our life. We don't get miserable about it, but we're aware. Thank you to all the new subscribers, and thank you for watching. You're wonderful. You're all wonderful. We're still working toward getting 1,000 subscribers, and that's coming along very well. So I thank you all for subscribing and watching. You're wonderful. I've said that already, but you really are, so I keep repeating it. So the most important thing, though, is don't forget to love yourself. Love ya.